not too tired. We're going to start seated today, so either cross-legged or on your shins, whatever is most comfortable for you. And then just sit so that the crown of your head is up nice and tall, your shoulders are down, and hands can be wherever, if you want them in your lap or on your knees. And then we're just gonna, and then just let your belly be free. I think as soon as we stand up, we like to sock it in. So yeah, just drop your shoulders, close your eyes. We'll just do a few rounds of breath work to get us started. Ease us into moving if some of us have just rolled out of bed. Not me. So take a slow inhale in. And exhale out. Inhale in. And exhale out. So try and count that 4 seconds. So the idea is just to bring that attention to your breath and nothing else. And just double check that your shoulders are down. You're releasing and expanding that belly. Just slowing it down. If you can do longer, then do. If you're struggling with 4 seconds, just find your own rhythm. It's just totally about bringing that attention to here and now. Bringing you to your mat. And throughout the practice, just try and keep the breath this slow. Throughout your day, try and keep your breath this slow. Don't worry too much if you struggle to inhale and exhale through your nostrils, but it does slow everything down a little bit more. It does slow that breath down a bit more. Still try and keep that attention on your breath yourself. Just finding your own rhythm. Again, still checking that your shoulders are down, your heart is lifted. And then just reach both arms up overhead. Nice and tall. Grab hold of that left wrist, bring it over to the right. Keeping your sit bones down the whole time, and then right wrist over to the left. Again, try not to let that bum lift. We're trying to keep nice and grounded. And then come back to centre. Bring that right hand by your right hip, reach that left arm up. Again, keeping your bum down, reaching that left arm up, stretching all the way down that side. Left side, so left hand down, reaching up for that right side. Back to centre. Gently twist around to the right, so right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Gently twist the upper body. Don't use your neck to turn your upper body. Turn your upper body round. Come round to the left, left hand behind, right hand to left knee. Think about my lefts and rights. Again, just twisting that upper body round. Not cranking the neck down. Back to centre. Bring that right ear to that right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Keeping everything everything super slow. Come back to centre, drop your chin to your chest, still lifting that heart up. And then gently raise that chin, only however is comfortable on your neck. Trying to lengthen the front of your throat. Again, chin to chest. And then draw that chin up. And then bring that head back to neutral, come to a tabletop position. Finding your shoulders over your knees, not your knees. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. So that is your tabletop position. So you're going to pull your chest through, draw your belly button down to the earth. Take a nice inhale, that is your cow position. Coming into your cat position, you're going to arch your back, draw that chin to your chest again. Really try and feel that space between your shoulder blades. Pull that chest through. And then arch your back. Again. Stretching out that belly. And then try to find that space in between your shoulder blades. Come back to a flat back. You're going to straighten your right leg behind you. Extend your left arm. If you find yourself a bit wobbly, just flip those left toes. So opposite hand. So your left hand, you're going to take it across your body to imagine you're finding the top right hand corner of your mat. Your right leg is going to go to the bottom left. So you're changing the angle of the hand and the foot. And then this time you're going to swap corners. Seeing how far you'll feel your belly catch. Trying to bring that left hand towards the left hand corner of your mat. Right foot to right corner. Seeing how far you can take it out. Feeling that balance. And then come back. Just straight hand in front, foot behind. Draw that elbow in to meet the knee. And then gliding it back out. Elbow into knee. And then out. One more. Holding it there, or kicking your heel into your bottom and reaching around to try and find your foot. Don't worry if you can't, just keep that foot and that hand extended. If you've got that foot, push into that hand, lift your heart up. And then nice and controlled, release. Bring that hand and that knee down. Taking that left leg straight behind you. Extending that right arm. And then take that right hand towards the top left hand corner of your mat. Foot to the bottom, bottom right, and then swap corners, seeing how far you can bring that hand and that foot out. So you're taking that hand towards the right, your leg is going towards the left. Come back to centre, and then you're going to draw that elbow in to meet knee, nice and controlled, and then gliding it back out. 2 more times, inhale in, exhale out. 1 more. So staying here, foot and hand extended, or kick that heel into your bottom, reach around and grab for that foot. If you've got a hold of it, try and push into your hand and lift that chest up. And then nice and controlled, bring that hand and that knee down. Keep your hips over your knees and start walking your hands forward into that puppy pose. So you're sinking that chest down into the mat. Not worrying about how far you can go down. But if you have got your chest pretty much resting on the mat, you can always pull your chin through and look for your hands. And it just brings that stretch a little bit more, opens the front of the throat. Really trying to sink down, feeling it in those shoulders. Slowly start to walk those hands back underneath your shoulders. Flip your toes coming into downward dog. So you're going to lift your bum up, draw your tummy towards your thighs, and then pad your feet down, stretching out those hamstrings. Taking your right leg up, heel into bottom, drawing that knee towards your nose. nice and controlled. Draw that knee in and then take it back up behind you. Draw that knee in and then take it up. Again, nice and controlled. Keep that breath nice and slow. This time, foot all the way through in between your hands. Drop that left knee and reach both arms up. Sink those hips down. Inhale as you reach. As you exhale, we're going to sweep our arms back behind us, but lift our knee as we go. So reaching up, take a nice inhale, exhale, hands back, lift that knee, reach forward. Lower that left knee, reach your arms up. Again, 2 more times, hands back, knee lifted. Lower that knee, reach those arms up. And again, drop that knee, reach those arms up. Slowly start to straighten your right leg, come to your half splits. So you're bringing your hands down to the earth. Pulling your chest through for a mini cat-cow. So inhale, pull that chest through. Exhale, arch your back. Inhale, pull through. And then again back. Nice and slowly, try and pull that chest through as much as you can. And then arch your back. Bring that weight forward. Find yourself into plank. So frame your foot with your hands with your foot. Dropping your knees here if you need to. Lower that chest and that chin down. Sweep up for an upward dog. And then flip your toes into downward dog. Left leg up, heel into bottom. Drawing that knee towards your nose. You're trying to tuck it into your chest. And then lift it back up behind you. 2 more times, nice and controlled. And then you're going to bring that foot all the way through. Shuffling it through if you need to. Drop that right knee. Both hands up. Take a nice inhale. And then as you exhale, sweep those hands back behind you. Lift that back knee as you go. Drop that knee, reach those arms up. And then bring those hands back, lift that knee. Last one. Really try and reach up. And then lift that knee. Slowly lower that knee, reach those arms up. Again, push those hips down. And then finding your half splits. Straightening that left leg. Bringing those hands down to support you. Pulling that chest through, and then arching your back. So that mini cat-cow, pull your chest through, and then arch your back. One more. And then bringing that weight forward, framing that foot, coming back to plank, and then lowering your chest and your chin down, sweep up, for an upward dog. We're going to stay here. We're going to lower our hips so that they're touching the mat. Slide our forearms forward. So we're in a forearm plank. Here we're going to pull our chest through. Again, it's like a mini cat-cow. Inhale, pull your chest through. As you exhale, you're going to lift your hips and look for your toes. Okay, so pull that chest through, take an inhale. Exhale, lift those hips, look for those toes. 2 more times. Lifting that chest. And then lifting those hips. Slowly lower. 1 more. Drawing that chest up. Weight in those elbows. And then slowly lower. Coming onto your fingertips. Lift that chest up. As you inhale, careful of your lower back, and then you're lowering your chest down. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and then lower. You're then going to bring your arms out, laying on your front into a T shape. So we're gonna be twisting onto our side. So bring your left hand underneath your shoulder, extend that right arm out straight, lift your left leg and tip onto that right side. So it's like you're laying on your right side. This back foot, you're going to drop it to the floor behind that knee. Now here, you're using this left hand, you're kind of going to stretch your shoulder out by pushing the floor away and feeling that in that shoulder. So back foot is resting, head can go wherever is comfortable, and then you're literally just opening up the front of that shoulder. Coming back onto your front, extend that left arm out into that T shape. Right hand is now underneath that right shoulder. Lifting the right leg, tipping onto your left side. And then you're dropping your back foot. And then again, pushing that floor away to feel that in your shoulder. Or trying to help yourself like come towards the floor if that's too much of a strain on your shoulder. And then come back onto your front, bringing that right hand in front of you for support. You're going to bring your left heel into your bottom. So you're going to try and draw this heel into your bum, pushing your hips into the earth. And then like the beginning, you're just going to push into your hand if you can. And then draw that heel in. So now you know you can reach your foot. So if you're in that position and you're struggling, you will find it possible. Or you can always use a piece of dressing gown cord or something like that to help bring it in. Swap sides, so left hand in front of you supporting your right heel into your bottom. Reach around, draw that heel into your bum, hips into the earth. Again, pushing into that hand if you have got that hold to lift that chest. And then release. So here we can come into bow. So bringing both heels into your bottom and reaching around and grabbing your foot. If you struggle to reach for both feet, just do alternate again. If you've got hold of both of them, try and keep your knees relatively still. They tend to splay out a bit here. And then again, you're pushing into your hands, lifting that chest, opening up those shoulders. Remembering to breathe as you go, and you'll notice you're breathing because you'll be rocking backwards and forwards. And then slowly release. Hands underneath shoulders, hips over heels, come into child's pose. You can come to wide knee here if that's more comfortable, but you're reaching your hands forward. And then slowly bringing those hips up. Flipping your toes, come into downward dog. And here, you're either going to walk your feet to your hands, or you can do a little bunny hop. So you can keep those knees nice and soft, bounce those feet to your hands. Inhale all the way up, reaching up nice and tall, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Here we're going to come into chair. So you're going to sweep your arms up past your wrists, sink your bottom down. Connecting your palms. Slowly bring your hands towards heart center. If you can, try and twist round to the right by hooking that left elbow onto your thigh. Trying to keep that heart to your hands. And just see if you can lift this left foot off. Don't worry if you can't. It's just another little practice. And then release that elbow on that thigh, keeping your bottom down the whole time. Reach your arms up. Sinking in this chair pose. Connect those palms, draw them down to heart center, twisting round to the left this time. Again, you're trying to draw your hand to your heart, and then that weight is in that left foot. See if you can literally lift that right foot off. Don't worry if it's just the toes. Release that hold on that knee. Bring your hands back, keeping that bum down. I know you don't want to. Arms up past your ears. And then release your legs. Inhale, take a nice reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. You're just going to bring this right leg behind your left, so you're standing there cross-legged. And just see if you can lower yourself to the floor without using your hands. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together into our cobbler's pose. And you're going to hold either onto your ankle or your toes, but you're going to lift your chest and try and fold forward. So using your feet or ankles as a bit of leverage. And then you're going to draw that chin to your chest. Reaching forward. You might find you need to adjust your heels in towards your body or further away so that it feels like a good posture. And then just slow that breath down. And then releasing that hold. Keep that right leg bent. Left leg is going to go out to the side. Draw that sole of that right foot into that left thigh. We are going to do a side stretch here. So your hand placement is either going to be you hooking your fingers onto your big toe or your calf, holding onto that shin, and then reaching this right arm up and over. Not allowing that bum to lift. So allowing that little stretch here. You can also release this bottom hand, this left hand, and draw it to that right knee. If you're doing that, lift your heart up a little bit, and you'll feel that stretch a little bit more into that lower back. And then release that top arm to support you. Swap your legs over. So that right leg is straight, left leg is coming to the inside of that thigh. Find that hand placement, reaching that left arm up and over. Keeping those sit bones down. Option to bring this right hand to that left knee. Don't worry about this left hand touching that foot. I definitely can't do that. But it's about lifting your chest, so we're trying to side stretch. So rather than curling over, you want to lift that heart round a little bit more. And then bring that left hand back. Both legs are going to be straight. Bringing a bend in that knee if you need to. We're going to fold over forwards. So you're going to reach up and then fold forward. If you're desperate to touch your toes, just bend your knees. If not, just find that hand placement on your shin. We're allowing our body to curl over. Drawing that chin to your chest. Not worrying about where your hands are. Whether they're on your shins or your foot. Doesn't matter. And then bringing your top half of your body up, bending your knees, and you're just going to make your feet slightly wider than your hips. Bringing your hands behind you to support. You're going to drop your knees over to the right, sweep this left arm up, and push your hips up to the sky. Reaching this left arm up and over your head, pushing your hips, and then slowly lowering your hips. Bring that left hand down, bring your knees over to the left, so you're dropping them to the floor, sweeping this right arm up. Push your hips up to the sky, reaching that right arm. And then slowly bringing it down. Both legs nice and straight, bring yourself to laying down. Not Shavasana yet, I'm afraid. We're going to come into fish pose. So we're going to open up the front of our throat again. So you're going to nestle your hands underneath your bottom. So the top of your, well, basically where your spine ends on your wrists. And then you're going to lift your head and look for your toes. Here, you're going to bring your elbows underneath your torso. So it's literally like you've made the top half rest on your elbows. Pointing your toes. Here, you drop your neck back. And you allow your head to hang heavy. Lift your chest up, feeling that in your shoulders, dropping your head, allow the front of your throat to have that nice stretch. And then slowly lifting your head to look for your toes. And then release those elbows underneath. Bring yourself down, hug your knees into your chest. Gently massaging your lower back by either circling your knees or rocking from side to side. And then really hugging your knees in, bringing your forehead up to meet your knees. Before you find that Shavasana. So relaxing your legs nice and straight. Maybe allow your head to rock from side to side before you allow it to just settle. Allow your arms to be nice and relaxed. Doesn't matter if your palms are facing up or maybe having one hand on your heart and one hand on your tummy. Just relax your face. Allow your shoulders to sink in, maybe shuffling your shoulders so that they're underneath your heart, lifting it a little bit. Try and keep your neck nice and in line with your spine. As you slow that breath completely down. Scanning your body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Sinking deeper into the mat. Seeking deeper into stillness. Allow those exhales to get deeper and sink you into the mat. Allow your eyes to get heavier. And bring that peace and ease throughout your body and your mind. Focusing on your breath if your mind starts to wander. Make yourself at home. Once you accept yourself unconditionally, you'll be surprised at how comfortable you begin to feel, no matter where you are. We may have tricked ourselves into thinking our security came from outside ourselves, that we needed certain other people or places, needed certain objects or items around us, or had to live our lives in a particular way to feel secure. But relying on things and people outside ourselves provides a false sense of security. False security will be shown for what it is. There's a real security, a true safety available to us all. no matter who we are, where we are, or what we're doing. That security comes from accepting ourselves. That security comes from trusting ourselves, trusting our hearts, our wisdom, connection to the universe around us. Once we accept ourselves unconditionally, no matter where we are, it will feel like home. Slowly start to bring attention to your fingers and your toes, rotating your wrists and ankles in one direction and then the other. Stretching your arms up overhead, grabbing hold of that right wrist, bringing it over to the left. Grabbing hold of that left wrist, bringing it over to the right. Scooping your knees into your chest and gently rocking from side to side. And then just allow your body to drop to one side. As you slowly bring yourself to seated, keeping your eyes closed and your movement slow. Drop your shoulders, lift your heart. Fill it with peace and ease, ready for the day, the weekend, the rest of the month. And then reach both arms up overhead, seal your energy in by connecting your palms together, and then bring your hands to heart center. And then surrender yourself forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely day, everybody.